नमस्ते। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। सरस्वती नमस्तेस्तु वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी हंसवाहनमारूढे विद्यादानं कुरुष्व मे। So we were doing the Abhigyana Shaakuntalam last week. So as I said, there are 5 pathas. We have completed 2. We will do the third patha today. We do the Mangalam. Ya srishtihi srashturadya vahati vidhihutam ya havir ya cha hotri yedve kalam vidattaha shruti vishayaguna ya sthitha vyapya vishvam yamahuhu sarvabija prakritiriti yaya pranina pranavantaha pratyakshabhihi prapannaha tanubhihi avatu astabhirashtabhirishaha. So this is from the third lesson, is from the Tritiya Anka. Okay, so the first 2 lessons were from the Dvitiya Anka, and this lesson is in the third Anka. Patha 7. In Pustaka, it is Patha 7. Tanvasya ashrame Raja Dushyantaha Shakuntalam avalokayitum Malinyaha Nadyaha Tiram Gachati. So in your Pustaka, it is given as Kashyapasya Ashrama or something. So please correct it. It is Kanvasya Ashrama. Kanvasya Ashrame. So Kanva is her foster father of Shakuntala. So Kanvasya Ashrame Raja Dushyantaha. So Raja is there. Shakuntalam avalokayitum Malinyaha Nadyaha Tiram Gachati. So in the last class, we saw that the Shishya's dialogue, where the Shishya says that just the presence, mere presence of the Raja would do. The mere presence would remove all the obstacles from the hermitage. So no need for him to take his arrow and fix it in his bow. So this was what we saw last time. So the Tapasvi Karya is over. So the Raja had come there to protect them, and it is done. So he is now permitted to go back by the people in the hermitage. Still, so he is there, and Shakuntalam avalokayitum malinyaha nadyaha tiram gachati. So this also we saw. So he feels the day is very hot, and he is very sure that at this hot part of the day, Shakuntala must be somewhere near the banks of Malini river. So he goes there in search of her. Avalokayitum tumun pratyaya. So ava upasarga lukudatu. I think someone is on unmute. Okay. Tatra lata mandape Shakuntala kusumastaranam adhishayana sakibhyam anvasyate. So there, lata mandape. So there is a bower we saw made of creepers around that lake, an enclosure made of creepers near the banks of Malini. Shakuntala sakibhyam anvasyate. So she is being served by her Saki Anasuya and Priyambada. Kusumastaranam adhishayana Shakuntala. So this word goes as an adjective for Shakuntala. Kidrishi Shakuntala Kusumastaranam adhishayana. So adhishayana, so it is Shanach Pratyaya. Chidatu. So one who is lying on. Putra Kusumastaranam. Kusumanam Astaranam. Kusumastaranam, a bed of flowers. Okay. So Kusumastaranam adhishayana Shakuntala Sakhibhyam anvasyate. Anvasyate itte sevita. So she is being served or helped by her 2 friends. Raja kutrachit prachannaha tishtan tasam vishrambhakatitani shrunoti. So Raja shrunoti. So the king hears. Kidrishaha Raja kutrachit prachannaha tishtan Raja. So prachannaha means hidden. So it's again Shatranta. Tishtan is again one who is there, one who is staying, standing there. So stadatu Shatru Pratyaya Tishtan. So kutrachit prachannaha tishtan Raja. So that king who is hidden somewhere. Tasam vishrambhakatitani shrunoti. So those 3 people are there, Shakuntala and her 2 friends. So 3 people are there, and they are talking to each other. And this Raja is overhearing what they are talking. So Vishrambhakatita is very an intense conversation, okay, a secret conversation that happens between 3 young women, and he is listening to it. So the Mahila do not know that he is there. So he is hiding himself somewhere and he is listening to their conversation. Vishrambha katitani shrunoti. Anasuya Priyambada cha Sakhyau. So these two are her friends, Anasuya and Priyambada. Shakuntala aswastha. So she is not well. Shakuntala is not well. Sakhyau Nalini Patrena Vijayataha. So these two friends, so this also we saw. So last time we saw the Shishya's dialogue. He was carrying, Priyambada was carrying Nalini Patra and that Ushiranulepanam, if you remember. So all this, why are you carrying? He asks Priyambada. And the answer is that no, Shakuntala is not well. So we are taking it for her. Right? So she is not well and these people are, they made her lie on a bed of flowers and they are blowing air, applying ointment to bring down the atapa, to bring down the, it's a hot day and they want to cool her down basically. So Sakhyau Nalini Patrena Vijayataha. So these two friends are blowing air using the Nalini Patra, the lotus leaves. So this is the situation. So at the hermitage of Kanvasya Ashrame, Raja Dushyantaha, King Dushyanta, goes to the bank of Malini river to catch a glimpse of Shakuntala. Shakuntalam avalokayitum gacchati. Then in the vine-covered bower, so that is Lata Mandape, Shakuntala lies on a bed of flowers. So Kusumastarana Madhishayana Shakuntala. So he is attended by her two friends, Sakhibhyam Anvasyate. Then the king standing hidden at a distance, Prachannaha Tishtan. He listens to the intimate conversation. So it's Vishrambha Katitani, Shunoti. Then the friends, Anasuya, they are Anasuya and Priyambada, and she is unwell, Aswastha Shakuntala, and her friends fan her with the lotus leaves. Sakhyau Nalini Patrena Vijayataha. So this is the situation. Now we'll see the dialogues. Sakhyau Hala Sakuntale Api Nalini Patravataha Sukhayati. So they are asking Shakuntala, so they are blowing air and they are asking if it is making her, giving her sukham dadati kim. So is this comforting you? Oh Shakuntala, Hala Shakuntale, Sambodhana Vibhakti. Does the wind from the lotus leaf soothe you? So is it giving you any comfort? Nalini Patravataha Sukhayati kim. Shakuntala, Sakhyau, kim mam vijayataha. So she is still feeling so bad. So what are my friends fanning me? So are you really blowing air? Is it so? I don't feel it at all. So she is asking, Kim vam vijayataha? Raja, Shakuntala balavat aswastha sharira vartate. Tat kim ayam atapadoshaha? Uta yatha me manasi vartate tatha manmathasya tapaha. So this Raja, he is not talking to them, but this is Swasya Manasi Vadati. So he is talking to himself. Shakuntala Balavat Aswastha Sharira Vartate. So he is hidden somewhere and he is looking at her. So he feels, okay, she is Balavat Aswastha Sharira. So she is extremely unwell. He says she is extremely unwell. Balavat Aswastha Sharira Vartate. Tat kim ayam atapa doshaha. So is this because of Atapa, the Grishma Ritu? Is it because of the sun's heat? Tat kim ayam Atapasya dosha uta yatha me manasi vartate tatha manmathasya tapaha. Okay, or could it be that like what is in my mind? Okay, so I am also suffering from a kind of pida. Is that same pida she is also undergoing? Is this question. Yatha me manasi vartate, like as how it is in my manas, tatha manmatasya tapahava. So is that atapatapa athava manmatasya tapa? So is it that kind of vedana or is it really because of heat? He is contemplating. So Shakuntala seems to be greatly unwell. So Balavat we saw last time also, it is Abhyayam. So is it due to the heat or the burning pain of love as it is in my mind? Is his question. Anasuya. Sakhi, Balavan khalute tapah. Abam madanagatasya vrittantasya anabhyantare. Itihaseshu kamayamananam avastha shruyate. Tadrishin tava pashyami. So now Anasuya says, Sakhi, O friend, Sakhi Sambodhana Pratama, Ekavachanam, Balavan khalute tapaha. So this tapa of yours is very intense, very strong. Balavan asti. It's very strong because I am fanning, still you are not feeling better at all, which means you are strongly unwell. Balavan khalute tapaha. Avam Madanagatasya Vrittantasya Anabhyantare. So now they also doubt. Okay, so like the Raja, they also doubt if it is really something to do with her Sharira. So Avam, we both. Avam here refers to Anasuya and Priyambada. Madanagatasya Vrittantasya Anabhyantare Swaha. So we both are Anabhyantara. One who doesn't know. Na Abhyantara. Anabhyantara. So here Anabhyantare is Strilinga Dvivachana form, right? So Anabhyantara, Anabhyantare. So it's Dvivachanam, Strilinga. So because they are two, Anasuya and Priyambada, two people. So Abhyantara ityukte avishayi bhuta. So Anabhignya. So that means of the avastha. Okay, so Anabhyantara means, sorry, it should be Anabhyantara, Avishayi Bhuta. So one who doesn't know this avastha, one who doesn't understand iti artha, Madanagatasya Vrittantasya Anabhyantare. So we are unaware or we do not understand or we do not know more about Madanagatasya Vrittantam. So Madana means Manmatha. Okay, so Manmathagatasya Vrittantam, meaning love affairs iti. So we don't understand it or we do not know anything about it, iti artha. So, avam madanagatasya vrittantasya anabhyantare. So we are not aware of such love affairs. Itihaseshu kamayamananam avastha shruyate. So, itihaseshu, in the epics, kamayamananam avastha, the situation or the sthiti of people who are in love. Shruyate, it is heard. So we have also heard itihasa. So there we have heard stories of people who are afflicted with love and all that. Tadrishim tava pashyami. So that kind of avastha, tadrishim avastham tava pashyami. So I see that kind of a sthiti in you. It is definitely not due to sun or Grishma Ritu. It is to do with something with the Madanagatasya Vrittanta. But we are unaware of all that. But we have heard stories from the Itihasa. Itihaseshu kamayamananam avastha shruyate. It is heard in the Itihasa and we have heard it. Tadrishim tava pashyami. That kind of sthiti is what I see in you, is what Anasuya says. So these people also know that it is something to do with her sthiti of her mind, right? Not her body. So they want her to tell it to them. But Shakuntala doesn't express it so easily. So they are putting words into her mouth and they are trying to know the reason. So kamayamanaha, jata madanaha. So one who are afflicted with love. So dear friends, Sakhi, balavan khalute tapaha. So truly your fever or this tapa is that sthiti, they refer to that, is intense. It is very strong. We are unaware of the matters of love. Madanagatasya vrittantasya avam anabhyantare. So we are not, we don't know about that kind of vishaya. So we are such people, ajnani. Okay. Itihaseshu kamayamananam avastha shruyate. So kamayamananam avastha, the condition of those who are in love, is well described in itihasa, old tales. Tadrishim tava pashyami. So I see you in such a state. So again, kathaya. So she continues, kathaya. Kim nimittaha te santapaha vikaram paramarthatah ajñatva pratikaraha narabhyate kalu. So kathaya. So please tell us what is it. Kathaya. Kim nimittaha te santapaha. Kim nimittaha. So what could be the reason for this santapa, this tapa of yours? So you are afflicted, you are having some pida. And what is the reason? Nimitta is a hetu, reason. So what is the reason for this sthiti of yours? Vikaram paramarthatah ajnatva. Not knowing this, not understanding. Okay, so ajnatva is not understanding this kind of change in you. Okay, so we need to exactly know why you are like this. Without knowing that, vikaram paramarthatah ajnatva pratikaraha na arabhyate kalu. So pratikara is what you do to tackle that problem. So that cannot be started, right? So you can't give a solution when you don't understand the problem, right? So vikaram paramarthatah jnatva pratikaraha narabhyate kalu. So I am applying ointment and all that without knowing what is the real reason of your this pida, right? So it can't happen that way, is what she says. So vikaraha, here it means rogaha. So in this sense, it is roga. Paramarthataha, so swarupataha. So without knowing the detail of the roga, okay, without knowing, so for example, when we go to a doctor, he has to find the root cause. Unless you get the root cause, you can't give a medicine and cure the disease, right? So paramarthataha, swarupataha. So not knowing the roga from your swarupa, we are not able to get the what is the real roga. Without knowing that, ajnatva pratikaraha na arabhyate kalu. So Kathaya, tell me. So Kathaya, Lotlakara, Madhyama Purusha, Katadatu. So Kim Nimittaha te Santapaha. So what is the cause of your suffering? Vikaram Paramarthataha Ajnatva Pratikaraha na arabhyate kalu. So na arabhyate Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. So after all, without truly knowing the nature of the ailment, okay, so that roga vishaya, without knowing the details of the roga vishaya, no remedy, pratikara is a remedy, can be begun na arabhyate, pratikaraha na arabhyate kalu. It cannot start, right? She is asking. So the same Priyambada style. Shakuntala, Swagatam. Ragni mama balavan abhiniveshaha. Idanimapi sahasa yetayoho nivedayitum na shaknomi. So swagatam. So first she doesn't tell an answer to her question. So she talks within herself. Swamanasi chintayati. Ragni mama balavan abhiniveshaha. So Ragni in the Rajani. So Saptami Ekavachanam Rajan Shabda. So in him, in that king, mama balavan abhiniveshaha. So my agraha. Okay, so I'm kind of too attached. Okay, so too attached to that Raja. So abhiniveshaha atra agraha iti arthaha. So we have abhi and ni upasarga and vishyadhatu. So idanim api sahasa etayoho nivedayitum na shaknomi. So etadavasthayam api. Now that I have reached this state where I look as if I am a very distressed, sick person, even in this avastha, somehow I am not able to tell them frankly about this. Idanim api sahasa etayoho nivedayitum na shaknomi. So nivedayitum tumun pratyaya. So we have vidadatu, ni upasarga. So I am not able to tell them. I am not able to frankly tell them. They are asking me. So they are now, they have the doubt and they are correct. So they are asking me. Still, I am not able to frankly tell them what is the truth. So that kind of so much attachment I have got in that Raja. So she doesn't want to say it out, but she does. Of course, she does. But now, instantly, she doesn't answer their question. Shakuntala, my attachment to the king is so strong. Balavan abhiniveshaha. Idanimapi sahasa yetayoho nivedayitum na shaknomi. So even now that, why even now? Because she is sick and they are helping her now. So it has come to that sthiti. So previously she had not told them, but she was okay. Now that these people are doing seva to her, even in this sthiti, she is not frankly telling them. So I'm unable to suddenly confess. Sahasa is suddenly, or yes, quickly or suddenly. I am unable to suddenly confess it to these two. Etayoho nivedayitu na shaknomi. Priyambada says, Sakhi Shakuntale, Sushtu Yesha Bhanati. Atmanaha atankam kutah upekshase anudivasam angaihi parihiyase khalu. So Priyamvada says, so she doesn't answer, so she says, Sakhi Shakuntale, O Shakuntala, Tushtu Yesha Bhanati. So the previous dialogue should be from Anasuya. So Anasuya asks her the reason why she is sick, and Priyamvada. So they don't get a reply from Shakuntala yet. So Priyamvada again adds Sushtu Yesha Bhanati. So whatever she says is very true. Bhanati is talking. So she says iti artha. Bhanati Bhanataha Bhananti. So Sushtu Yesha Bhanati. So what she says is correct. It is good. Atmanaha atankam kutaha upekshase. So atanka is again here that pida, her shoka due to that pida. Atmanaha atankam. So your own worry. Kutaha upekshase. So why are you hiding it from us? So upa and ikshu dhatu, madhyama purusha, latlakara ekavachanam. So why are you hiding your atanka from us? So say it out, they are saying. Anudivasam angaihi parihiyase khalu. So anudivasam pratidivasam, every day. So angaihi parihiyase khalu. So you, by your angas, you become weak every day. So day by day, you're getting weaker, you're becoming thinner. Okay, so we can see that in you, we can see the change in you. So anudivasam angaihi parihiyase khalu. So even in the Nataka, there is one Shamangi. So Shamangi, she becomes a Shamangi. So Shama is Krisha. So day by day, she becomes very thin, iti artha. So because of this pida, Atmanaha atankam kutaha upekshase. So why are you hiding it? Hiding your atanka, your worry, right? Why are you hiding it? Anudivasam angaihi parihiyase kalu. Because of that, you become Krisha day by day. Okay, you're going in, right? You're becoming very lean day by day, they say. So atanka is tank dhatu. So there is a upasarga tank dhatu. So rogaha ityarthaha. So the dhatu is very not very common dhatu. I have noted them down so that we get to know. Okay. So upaiksha is iksha dhatu. We know that upa and iksha dhatu. So Priyamvada. O friend Shakuntala, Sakhi Shakuntale, Sushtu Yesha Bhanati. She says rightly. So that is, she's pointing to Anasuya. What Anasuya says is right. She says rightly. Atmanaha atankam kutaha upekshase. Why do you hide your anxiety? Atanka is anxiety. Anudivasam angaihi parihiyase khalu. So day by day, you're getting thinner. Shakuntala, Sakhi kasya va anyasya kathaishyami. Kintu vam ayasayitri bhavishyami. So, kasya va anyasya kathaishyami. Now Shakuntala is ready to answer them. So, kasya va anyasya. Who else? Kathaishyami. To who else can I tell this? Okay, of course I have to tell it to you people only who are very close to me. Who else can I go and tell all this? So, kasya va anyasya kathaishyami. Kintu, but vam ayasayitri bhavishyami. But ayasayitri means one who generates trouble, creates trouble. Klesha janayitri. Ayasayitri is klesha janayitri. So I will add trouble, I will add more trouble to you, right? So kintu vam ayasayitri bhavishyami. So she says, to whom else could I possibly speak of it? Of course, I have to talk to you only, to you both only. Kasya va anyasya khatayishyami. Kintu vam ayasayitri bhavishyami. But I fear I shall be a cause of trouble to you. Okay, so if I tell out everything, then I might create, I might put some trouble on you. That will be an added stress for you also. So I fear I shall be a cause of trouble to you. So ayasayitri, so tricha pratyanta. So there is a upasarga and yas dhatu. We have the trich and strilinga. So ayasayitri bhavishyami. sakyau. Atha eva khalu nirbandhaha. Snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkam hi sakya vedanam bhavati. This is a very famous line. Snigdha jana samvibhaktam dukkam hi sakya vedanam bhavati. So she's saying, who else shall I go and share these things with? When Shakuntala asks, he says, Athayeva kalu nirbandhaha. That is why we are asking you to tell us, right? Athayeva kalu nirbandhaha. Snigdhe jane, so she gives an explanation for this. Snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham hi sakhya vedanam bhavati. Dukkham kada sakhya vedanam bhavati. So when does a dukkha turn into something which is a tolerable vedana? Sakhya vedanam ityukte a tolerable dukkha. Okay, so sakhyam ityukte that sodum yogyam is sakhyam. Okay, so that is sakhyam, and sakhya vedana yasya tat sakhya vedanam. Sakhya vedanam dukkham. So kidrisham dukkham sakhya vedanam dukkham. So there are dukkha which is, when a mother loses a child, that kind of dukkha that cannot be tolerated by the mother. It is not a sakhya vedana. Whereas if it's a small thing, then yes, of course, we tell it to somebody and they comfort us and it becomes a sakhya vedana. So something that dukkha can be tolerated. So dukkam kada sakhya vedanam bhavati. She is giving an explanation. Snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkam. So that dukkha, which is snigdha, means very close to or very beloved people. Snigdha jana is beloved people who are close to us, whom we like very much. Snigdha jane samvibhaktam dukkam. So when the dukkha is shared, samvibhakta means sharing. Vibhaktam, samyak vibhaktam is samvibhaktam. So vibhakta means divided or shared, right? So snigdha jane samvibhaktam dukkam. So that dukkha which is shared with our beloved people, okay, whoever is beloved to us, when we share our dukkha with such a person, then that dukkha becomes a sakhya vedana, means it becomes a tolerable dukkha. It is not very bad as it was before we shared it to someone, right? So if you don't share it to someone and we keep it inside us, it is different. So we keep thinking about it, right? It literally kills us every day. That dukkha will only ruin us every day. But once we tell out that dukkha, especially to people whom we like very much, whom we love. So if we share our dukkha with our close friends or our, close people who are very close to us, then they do comfort us. So, okay, it's okay, don't worry. So they tell us something and that vedana becomes sakhya vedana. It is kind of slowly it decreases. That dukkha component will keep on reducing day by day, right? So only you have to say it out. So they say, okay, don't keep your dukkha with yourself. If you share it with people whom you love very much, then that dukkha will become a sakhya vedana. You can tolerate it. It reduces each day then. So snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham hi sakhya vedanam bhavati. Dukkham sakhya vedanam bhavati. Kidrisham dukkham sakhya vedanam bhavati. Snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham. So that dukkha which is shared with people or to people whom we like very much. Snigdha jane samvibhaktam dukkham sakhya vedanam bhavati. So snigdha is tapratyanta. Snihudatu, snigdha is the form. So here snigdhe jane. So jane, it's adjective for jana. So it is also in saptami. So snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham. Samvibhaktam is adjective for dukkha. And that becomes a sakhya vedana. Sodum yogyam vedana. So that is exactly why we insist. So she says, Athayeva kalu nirbandhaha. So why she says is because Shakuntala says, whom else can I share all this to? I have to definitely share it with you people only. So when Shakuntala says like that, she says, that's exactly why we want you to share it with us. Athayeva kalu nirbandhaha. Snigdhe jane. So she also gives an explanation. If you share, your vedana will come down. Snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham hi sakhya vedanam bhavati. So a shared sorrow becomes bearable. Sakhya vedana is bearable when divided with someone who loves you. Divided ityukte when shared with someone who you like iti. Okay, snigdhe jane samvibhaktam dukkham hi sakhya vedanam bhavati. Then Shakuntala says, now she openly says, Sakhyau yataha prabhriti mama darshana patham agataha sa tapovanasya rakshita rajarshihi. Then she stops. Iti ardhokte lajjam natayati. So Sakhyau, oh friends, so Dvivachana, when two friends are there, so Sakhyau Dvivachanam. Yataha prabhriti, starting since then or from that time, iti yataha prabhriti mama darshana patham agataha saha rajarshihi. So darshana patha means the marga of the sight. Okay, so from the moment he came in my sight, okay, so from the moment I saw him, iti artha. Yataha prabhriti mama darshana patham agataha saha कीदृशः सः और कः सः तपोवनस्य रक्षिता राजर्षिः. That Rajarshi, so that she is addressing Dushyanta as Rajarshihi. Tapovanasya rakshita. And what was he doing? He was doing the Rakshana Kriya, right? So Tapovanasya rakshita is adjective for that Rajarshi. So Rakshita is Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam, Rakshitru Shabda, Trich Pratyaya, Rakshidatu Trich Pratyaya. So the moment, from that moment, that Rajarshi, that king who was protecting the Tapovana, came on the sight of the path of my sight, okay, my vision. He came in my marga. Iti. So she started and she stops there. Iti ardhokte. Ardhokta is half said, that which is half said. Ardham uktasya ardhokte. Lajjam natayati. So she is expressing lajja. So she feels shy and she stops her dialogue. So Sakhyau yataha prabhriti mama darshana patham agataha. So agataha tapratyaya gamudatu a upasarga. So ever since he came within the range of my sight, that is darshana patham. Okay, so the range of my sight. That royal sage, Saha Rajarshihi, who protects the hermitage, Tapovanasya Rakshita Rajarshihi. So, iti ardhokte, having only half said, she didn't complete her statement. Lajjam natayati. So, she breaks off shyly, iti artha. Then, because she stops, her friends say, Kathaya Priyasaki. Oh, please say, tell us. So, tell us, dearest friend. शकुन्तला ततः आरभ्य तस्मिन् गतेन अभिलाषेण एतदवस्था संवृत्ता अस्मि. So Shakuntala says ततः आरभ्य. So since then on. तस्मिन् गतेन अभिलाषेण. So abhilasha is ichcha. Tasmin gata means the ichcha that I developed in him, right? Tasmin gatena anuragena athava abhilashena yetadavastha. So yetadavastha refers to Shakuntala. So yetadavastha means yesha avastha yasyaha. That is yetadavastha, samasta padam. So it is referring to Shakuntala. Yetadavastha, that me in this sthiti. Okay, so referring to me in this sthiti. Yetadavastha aham samvritta asmi. So I have come to this sthiti. It is all because that I developed my abhilasha in him. Okay, tataha arabhya. So when I saw him only, I developed some anuraga in him. Tasmin gatena abhilashena. And today I am in this sthiti. Etadavastha samvritta asmi. So since that moment, ever since he left, this longing has overtaken me. So tasya gatena abhilashena is one thing is, you can take it as the abhilasha that I developed in him iti. So here, tasya gatena abhilashena, again, it is like since the time he left, tasmin gatena. So this should not be right. So this should be tasmin gatena abhilashena. I will change the English. So that abhilasha that I developed in him iti artha. Okay, so that anuraga that I developed for him. This longing has overtaken me. So etadavastha. So I have come to this sthiti iti artha. So etadavastha samvrita asmi. This English is little bit different. I will change it. So she says, because of him, I am in this sthiti today. So the moment I saw him only, I developed anuraga for him. And today this sthiti is I am in this sthiti because of that, she tells them. So tataha arabhya tasmin gatena abhilashena etadavastha samvritta asmi. Then we have this last dialogue of the Raja. Saharsham swagatam. This he has been hearing. So he has been overhearing all these conversation hidden somewhere. So we saw Prachannaha Tishtan in the first slide only we saw. So he was hiding somewhere and listening to the intense conversation of these Sakhis, right? So now Saharsham swagatam. So the moment he heard this dialogue from Shakuntala, Saharsham, so happily, swagatam. So he's talking to himself. Shrotavyam shrutam. Oh, what I wanted to hear, I have heard. Because he also had a doubt whether this was the Peda due to the Atapa or it was a Peda due to Manmatha. So that dialogue also we saw. So he is also thinking if it is really a Peda due to Manmatha. She is in my state. That dialogue he says, right? So now he is very happy having heard this from Shakuntala. Shrotavyam shrutam. Oh, I was all here to hear this only from her. And I have heard it. Shrotavyam. So tabyat pratyaya. What must be heard? Shrutam. And I have heard it. So this is what I wanted to hear. And today I have heard it. Shrotavyam shrutam. Purvam smaraha me tapahetuhu asit idanim sayeva smaraha tapasya nirvapayita jataha. So Purvam, previously, smaraha is Cupid, Manmatha. Manmataha mama tapahetuhu asit. So he, Manmatha, the desire, okay, was the tapa hetu. It was a reason, hetu ityukte nimitta, reason. Reason for all this tapa, the pida, okay, all this kind of pida, smara was the reason, the Cupid, para is Cupid. So he was the reason for all this tapa in me. Idanim, now, sahayeva, that same Cupid, mama tapasya nirvapayita jataha. So nirvapayita refers to Raja. Prathama ekavachanam. Shanti dayakaha ityarthaha. So one who is now giving me peace. Okay, so he was a reason for my tapa, my pida. He was the one who caused this pida and I was suffering. And now the same Manmatha is the reason for my Shanti. Now I am very happy. Saharsham, he says, right? Shrotavyam shrutam. So he says very happily. So for my happiness also, he is the reason now. Sahayeva tapasya nirvapayita jataha. So there was this shloka in the Shakuntala. So smarayeva tapahetuhu. So I have added that shloka here. Nirvapayita sayeva me jataha divasa iva abrashyamaha tapatyaye. Okay, so there is astapatyaye. It should be something is wrong here. Tapatyaye jiva lokasya. Okay, so this tapa atyaye. It's right only. Iva abrashyamaha tapatyaye jiva lokasya. So here Kalidasa is making an upama. So this just to know that he is known for all his upama in the Nataka. So I felt bad. I did not quote any upama. So all these dialogues, if you see, they are part of a shloka. Not all. Some, they are really from a shloka, where actually Kalidasa would have compared it to something. But in the Patha in your Pustaka, they are given in the form of simply dialogues. So I thought at least one upama per lesson I will try to add so that we can know what it is. So here this last dialogue, so I thought I will check this shloka. Smarayeva tapahetuhu nirvapayita sayeva me jataha. So this is what is given in the dialogue. Purvam smaraha me tapahetuhu asit idanim sayeva tapasya nirvapayita jataha. So previously Smara, who was the reason for my pida, today he is the reason for my happiness also. Okay, so there Kalidasa is adding this upama. So divasa iva. So divasa is the upama for this tapa smara. Okay, like the day, he says. How can a day be compared? So he says this this tapatyaye. So when the Grishma comes to an end, Grishma Ritu comes to an end. So during the Grishma Ritu, basically this day itself is a tapahetu. So this daytime is a tapahetu. Why? Because it is very hot, sultry, right? So it is giving lot of pida, this summer day, divasa. The same way, the same day, how is it during the start of a Varsha Kala? Okay, so he's comparing that day to this Smara. Like how Smara previously was Tapa Hetu and now he is giving me happiness. Same way this Divas in Grishma Ritu, it is the Tapa Hetu. It is causing all the Pida for Jana, Loka, Jiva Lokasya, it says. So for the Jivas, all the Jivas on the earth, this very hot climate is not good. So the Diva is very, very creating lot of trouble. Okay, so Tapa Hetu, it is creating Pida basically for the Jiva Loka. Then when that Ritukala, the Varsha Ritu starts, what happens? Then the same Diva is enjoyed. It is a Shanti Dayaka. The same Divas is giving a lot of happiness to the same Jiva Loka for everybody in the world, right? So he's comparing this Divas with the Smara, the Manmatha. Okay. So these kind of upamas you see in lot of shlokas, but the shlokas are not given in the text, so I have not added. Just for you to know, I thought this part I will add, and I added it in the last moment. So, okay. So, Saharsham Swagatam is happily, that is missed out there in the translation. Shrotavyam Shrutam. So, what I hope to hear, I heard. Okay, so he was also doubtful that she was in love. So, what I hope to hear, I have heard, he says. Once love was the cause of my pain, smaraha, that is manmathaha. It was the cause of my pain, tapa hetuhu. So the reason for the tapa. Idanim sahayeva smaraha tapasya nirvapayita jataha. Now that same love has become the healer because now that tapa is gone and I am very happy. Iti artha. Okay, so with this patha is over and we will take up the next patha in the next class. I will stop here today. If there are any questions, you can go ahead. Tadrishim tava pashyami. So someone is asking tava pashyami. So tadrishim avastam. So tava means your. So your sthiti is like that. Okay. Tava tadrishim avastam pashyami. So I am seeing such a state of you. Iti artha. Sahyam vedanam sahya vedanam. Sahyam vedana is Strilinga, Sahya Vedana. Okay, Sahya Vedana. So here it is Dukkham. So it is not a Bahuvrihi here. Yes, it is should be a Karma Dharaya. Second. Because it is an adjective for Dukkha. Or if you want to put it as Bahuvrihi, then it should refer to Shakuntala. So this dialogue. Second. Snigdhe jane sambhibhaktam dukkam hi sahya vedanam. So here it should be it is bahuvrihi because yasya tat, it is not of Shakuntala, yasya tat dukkham. Okay, so that dukkha, it goes as an adjective for sahya vedana, goes as adjective for dukkha. So as I used to tell in bahuvrihi, so both the sahya, so okay, we have not learned bahuvrihi in Pathamala. For others who know bahuvrihi, so this vedana is referring to dukkha. Okay, so sahya vedanam, sahya vedana, yasya tat tadrisham dukkham iti arthaha. Okay, so that kind of dukkha. Okay, so if you say sahya vedana, then it is referring to vedana, right? Here you want it to point out to that dukkham about which you are talking. Okay. Then Tapatyaye is Tapatyaye in the last shloka, it says the Grishma Kalasya Antha, the Ante, Grishma Kale Samapte iti artha. That is the meaning of that Tapatyaye in the shloka. Okay, so I didn't add any details about this shloka. It's from the third Anka and sixth shloka, sixth, I think. So it means the end of the summer iti artha. So Grishma Kale Samapte iti artha, Tapatyaye. Shrotavyam Shrutam is not in the shloka. So that doesn't come in the shloka. So this part, Purvam Smaraha me tapa hetuhu asit. So that is a part of the shloka. Smarayeva tapa hetuhu nirvapayita sa eva me jataha. Okay, so they have also given parts from the shloka. This is different dialogue. Shrotavyam Shrutam is different dialogue. If there are any other questions, you can raise your hand. So when you say Sahyam Vedana, Sahya Vedana means tolerable Vedana, pain. Okay. So, okay. So by Bahuvrihi, here it is Sahya Vedana Yasya Tat. So it goes, it is referring to this dukkha in the sentence, from the sentence point of view. So it is written this way. So, okay, so dukkham sahya vedanam bhavati. So you take it as different components. Dukkha becomes sahya vedana. Okay, if you want to put it that way, yes, it could be that sahya vedana, then it should have been sahya vedanam bhavati. It can't be sahya vedanam bhavati, right? So that is probably that there we have the difference. You can use it as you say, but it has to be in a different way. It has to be a karma dharaya. So here it is Bahuvrihi because it is in Vedanam is the form here. Okay, so astu atyaye. Yeah, that was Samipe, Samapte iti artha. So this tapa. So the last shloka, so don't worry about that shloka. So there the tapatyaye means the end iti artha. So atyaya is the where the tapa ends, so the Grishma Kala ends. So that is the artha. Samapti iti artha. Raju Mahoday. One second. I'll unmute you. Sir.
नमस्ते भगिनी अत्र इतिहासेषु कामयमानानाम् अत्र कामयमानानाम् इत्यत्र शानच् प्रत्ययमस्ति वा तर्हि अत्र एकारः कथम् अत्र
कुत्र एकारः
कामयमानानाम् इति कथम्
कामयमानः इति रूपम् सो कामयमानानां will be षष्ठी बहुवचनम् like Rama Shabda Ramana
अत्र यकारः कथं श्रूयते इति मया न अवगतम्
there yes that pratyaya there is some other pratyaya is also added before your shanach.
Okay.
Yeah, finally it is shanach rupa with one more pratyaya is there. Yes. Kamayate we say nichino, we know they say the nich rupa.
धन्यवादः
धन्यवाद. Namrata Bhagini.
Namaste Mahodaya. I have few doubts. First one is Saha Tapovanasya Rakshita Rajarshi. Here Rakshita Rajarshi. Can we use here Krudanta Rakshitaha Rajarshi?
Rakshitaha will be tapratyaya, which means one who protected. Rakshitaha ityukte one who is protected iti artha. So here Rakshita is one who protects iti artha. So it is krich pratyaya, like we say karta, vakta, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
Like rikaranta shabda, rakshitri shabda, prathama ekavajanam. Like say pitru, we have pita, pitaro, pitara. Same way. Karta, kartaro, kartaraha, kartru shabda. So karta means a doer, right? Kritaha means tapratyaya, that which is done iti artha. Same way when you say rakshitaha, so you can say Ramaha or Ravanaha rakshitaha, means Ravana is protected iti artha. That is karmani and tapratyaya. When you say rakshita, here it is rakshita rajarshihi, prathama ekavachanam goes as adjective for the king. Rakshita raja means Rakshitra is the Pratipadikam. Prathama Ekavachanam is Rakshita. So like Karta, Kartaro, Kartara. We have Rakshita, Rakshitaro, Rakshitara.
So one who does protect.
One who protects iti artha.
Okay, okay. The next doubt is in the next slide. The sodum sahyava vedanam. It is sodum. What does it sodum
Tumun
means?
pratyaya. Tahu dhatu, tumun pratyaya will be sodum iti rupam. So like gam dhatu we have gantum. Lik dhatu lekhitum. Same way sah dhatu we will not have saktum or something. It is sodum iti rupa. To tolerate iti artha. Sodum yogyam.
Okay. Tuman pratyaya. Okay, okay. And okay. And one more doubt is kintu vam ayasa itri bhavishyami. There, what is vam?
Vam is aham, avam, vayam, mamma, avam, nau, asman, naha. This is the second form, no? Asmat Shabda.
Okay.
So here this is.
And ayasa itri, it here, what is the dhatu? What is the form of this
that
word?
Is ayasa itri is like we say, the dhatu is yasu dhatu, and then the trich pratyaya is there, and it is strilinga. So we have the three karanta is also heard there. Like we say janayitri is like janadhatu, then we have the trich, then we have the e, and that yakara is again due to nich. There is one more pratyaya which is added, so you get that yakara sum, and then you add the final trich pratyaya. And then to become to make it strilinga, you also add a e. E is added at the end.
Okay. Dhanyavada, Mahodaya.
Dhanyavada. So we will. Prakash Mahoday, Mohini Mahoday.
Last lesson, this Sakhi Jana.
Sakhi Jana, Shaakuntala.
This is what Vibhakti. In Vigrahavakyam, you have given Sakhi Jana, Bhram Seh. So how do we know it is Dvivachan from this samasa?
It is Ekavachanam. Sakhi Jana, Shaakuntala. It comes as an adjective for Shaakuntala. Sasaki Janaha means one who is with Sakhi. Janaha in singular. When you say Sasaki Janaha, then it is a person who is with along with his Sakhi. That is Sasaki Janaha. Here Shaakuntala is strilinga, so we say Sasaki Jana Shaakuntala.
Okay, it is like adjective to Shaakuntala.
Shaakuntala.
So
Prathama Ekavachan.
Okay. So Pratipadikam will be Sakhi Jana.
Jana, yes. Sasaki Jana.
Sakhi Jana.
Dhanyavad. So that Priyayaha Darshanam, that was a right good point. So I don't know why I wrote Darshanam. So it's Darshanam only. Priyayaha Darshanam, Priya Darshanam. Okay. So that I changed in the slide. I corrected it and I uploaded. Abhilasha Mahoday. Abhilash Mahoday.
Ram Mahoday. Mahoday, there was only one doubt. I just wanted to know. Rakshita could be Rakshita undergoing Visarga Lopa and elongation. I mean, Rakshita Raja.
No, once you put the tap pratyaya, if you mean to say it is tap pratyayam. So, okay, you say Rakshitaha, right? So it can't be because tap pratyaya is always bhutakalartha pratyaya. One thing is it is bhutakalartha and normally karmani sense. Okay, so when I say Rakshitaha, I mean something is protected. The Raja is not protected. He is a protector. He is the one who is a karta of protection. Rakshanasya karta asaha. So it can't be ikta pratyaya. We will have ikta pratyaya when you say pustakam patitam. So ikta pratyaya will always point to karma. It will not point to the karta.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Astu. So we will stop here. I will hopefully finish Shaakuntalam next class. We will see. Otherwise, we will need one more class. So after that, we can take up Ramayana. So we are slowly coming to the course end, right? So we have Ramayana chapter 30 shlokas. After this, we will have one Nibandha. So with that, this entire syllabus will be covered. We will have one test at the end of the course. Okay, so which will help you prepare for your pariksha. Okay, so before that, we can also have some discussion on the question papers. Once I complete Ramayana, we can take up the discussion on the question papers, previous year question papers. We can see how things are asked in question paper. So you can slowly start preparing for your pariksha. Astu. So we'll stop here. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Dhanyavadaha. Meet on Friday.